What if you're not behind? What if you're being hidden on purpose? I know you're tired of waiting. I know it feels like everyone else is moving forward while you're standing still. Engagement photos, wedding invitations, baby announcements, and you're sitting there wondering if you missed something, if you're late, if you did something wrong. But what if heaven doesn't see you as delayed? What if God sees you as perfectly positioned? What if this season isn't a mistake but a message? You think you're behind schedule, but what if you're right on time according to a calendar you can't see? There are 3 things God is whispering over your life right now. Things that will change how you see this entire season. But first, you need to understand this. You've been told to just wait. But that's not the full story. Waiting sounds passive, like you're stuck in a hallway heaven forgot to unlock. But this isn't punishment. It's preparation. Isaiah 54 verse 5 says, "For your Maker is your husband. Before any earthly love ever finds you, you already belong to him." Think about Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, thrown in a pit, sold into slavery, then prison. It looked like rejection. It was actually a redirect. It looked like he was forgotten, but God was positioning him. Think about David, anointed as king, then sent right back to the sheep. Not a delay, it was development. You are not forgotten either. You are being fashioned. This season isn't empty. It's intentional. God is not withholding love from you. He is shaping you for something far more holy than you realize. What feels like silence is sacred construction. What feels like delay is divine design. And now that you see that, here's the first thing God is saying to you. He's saying, you're being protected. Have you ever looked back at someone you once wanted so badly and quietly thanked God you didn't get them? At the time, it felt like rejection. Now you see it was rescued. Psalm 32 verse 8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go." That means he sees the road ahead. You don't. You think you're being passed over, but really, you're being passed by things that were never meant for you. You've been praying for someone, but God has been protecting you from the wrong someone. He's not keeping you from love. He's keeping love safe for you. Every closed door has been a merciful intervention. Every relationship that didn't work out, every person who walked away, every connection that faded, it wasn't failure. It was filtering. You call it delay. He calls it deliverance. And while he's protecting you from what could harm you, he's also doing something deeper within you. Here's the second thing he's saying. You're being prepared. You're not in a waiting room. You're in a workshop. It may feel quiet. It may feel hidden, but it is not idle. Psalm 139 verse 16 says, "All your days were written in his book before one of them came to be." That means this season is not an accident. It was ordained. You are not wasting time. You are being shaped in secret. God is forming your character, healing old wounds, breaking unhealthy patterns, strengthening your discernment, deepening your intimacy with him. You are becoming the person your future needs you to be. Development always happens before deployment. Roots grow in the dark before the fruit ever shows. And what he builds in private will sustain what he blesses in public. You are not on hold. You are under holy construction. This is a season where he's teaching you how to be whole, not half. How to be complete in him, not codependent on another person. And there's one more thing he's doing right now that you absolutely need to hear. The third thing God is saying is this. You're being positioned. Your singleness is not a setback. It's a setup. You are not sidelined. You are being strategically placed. Esther didn't understand her hidden years in the palace until the moment came for such a time as this. What looked like obscurity was actually alignment. What felt like a delay was destiny unfolding in real time. You feel alone, but you are assigned. God is arranging connections, shifting environments, aligning timing in ways you cannot see. You are exactly where you need to be. And soon, very soon, you'll understand why this season had to look the way it did. You're not missing out. You're being aligned. Heaven is positioning you for kingdom purpose, not cultural applause. Not just for a relationship, but for an assignment. And here's the gift most people completely overlook in this season. This is your intimacy season. What if your loneliness is actually an invitation? Hosea 2 verse 14 says, "I will lead her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her. The wilderness isn't abandonment. It's an encounter. You're not alone. You're alone with Him. What feels like an empty calendar is actually undistracted devotion. What feels like silence is sacred conversation waiting to happen. This is your time to pray without distraction, to heal without having to perform, to become without needing an audience. No earthly relationship can replace this kind of depth. No romance can replicate this refining. Let Him fill the space you thought another person would occupy, because the intimacy you build with God in this season will sustain everything that comes after it. It will protect your future marriage. It will anchor your purpose. It will keep you steady when life gets shaky. And when this season shifts, when the waiting finally ends, you'll realize this quiet chapter was preparing you for overflow. One day, you will look back on this season and understand why it had to unfold exactly this way. Joel 2 verse 25 says, "I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten. What felt barren will bloom. What felt empty will overflow." You think nothing is happening, but everything is aligning. This is not a permanent wilderness. It's preparation for harvest. What's coming will be worth the wait. The relationship, the purpose, the peace, the clarity, you will step into it with roots that run deep and a foundation that cannot be shaken. The waiting will finally make sense. The loneliness will have shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, softer in the right places, and firmer in others. You are not being forgotten. You are being prepared for overflow. So while you wait, what do you do right now? Here is your assignment for this season. Steward the silence. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 35 speaks of undistracted devotion to the Lord. That's not a restriction, it's an opportunity. This is not passive waiting. This is an act of becoming. Don't waste this season wishing it away. Lean into it. Pray with intention. Journal what God is revealing to your heart. Ask Him to expose the wounds that still need healing. Speak identity over yourself, that is UNT, to whether or not you have a ring on your finger. You are not just waiting. You are becoming secure, becoming whole, becoming anchored in who you are and who you are. Draw close to Him now so that when love comes, it finds you rooted, not reaching. You are not powerless in this season. You have purpose today, right now, in the quiet, in the waiting. In the beginning, you are not unwanted. You are chosen. 1 Peter 2 verse 9 says, "You are a chosen people, called out of darkness into His marvelous light." You are not left behind. You are right on time. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. Your identity is not tied to a relationship status. It is rooted in who you are. You belong to God. You are His daughter, His son, His beloved. If this spoke to you, type "I will wait" with faith in the comments below. Let that be your declaration today. May you walk in the confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. And if you need more encouragement like this, subscribe, because you are not alone in this. There is a whole community walking this road with you, trusting God in the waiting, believing He is good even in the silence.